Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon. Thank you for joining me today. I had an email today that came in from Greg Orlando, and Greg has asked me about this particular jig because he wants to know the measurements of this and he wants to be able to use this building his first acoustic guitar. So Greg, this is for you. Let's spin the intro and we'll get right back to it. All right, we are back here. Now, Greg, this is very, very easy to make. This all comes apart. These come out. And what you have here is simply, let's measure it up. It's a 1x4, it's 2 feet long. It's 4 inches wide, just a simple board there. This is a compound block of wood that I made, and it stands 4 inches square, and the height of this is 5 inches. Now what I did with this particular piece is I drilled with the bandsaw, before I put this on here, I ran the bandsaw into here and made a slot so that I would have a place to be able to screw in the neck when it sits on this jig, because the 14th fret is going to fit right up here, because this is where it comes down. The fretboard is over top, and then I take this and then thread it in, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But these bolts, I just bought these at Home Depot. They're adjustable. I got the shortest rod I could find anywhere, and I believe these are 5/8. Yeah, they're 1/2 inch, so I was close. So they just sit on there like that, and this piece, there's a piece of wood here that I've got holes, and I've got these so that there's 4 holes in there, and the purpose of that is if I'm using a different neck on this particular jig, I can accommodate that. I can move this way, or I can move it back closer to here, whatever happens to be the case. The benefit of these is this will fit in here like that, and now by threading this, the bolt, I can lower this, and you'll see this go down at the front here quite a bit, and I can, let's get that down even more. Okay. So I got to bring this down. So I can make these adjustments here with the guitar neck sitting on here and do anything I want. I can push this thing back up again, and you can see that that's sloped upwards here now. So it doesn't really matter. It's very easy to adjust until you get your neck on here and it's fitting properly all along here. Now this particular piece in here, this is kind of special. I bought this at Stumac, and this, I don't know if it's for sandpaper, whatever it is, but at any rate, there's cork in it. And let's see, this is a piece of it here that I cut off the end here because it was too long. But you can see that I've glued a piece on the bottom here. This is just a simple 2-inch by 3/4 inch piece of wood that's put on there. Actually, it's about 3 inches. And the length of this is 9.5 inches. So you'll drill your 1/2 inch holes in the bottom here and be able to set that in place like that. So once the neck is on here, what this will do is fit in here like this, and it will thread into the inserts that you have on the neck, and you just tighten it up, and this acts as a washer, because the washer here, yeah, it works fine, but I like this one because it's just so much bigger and it seems to work better. So that's what I've done with that, and that's simply great. Now I have this spindle which you hold. This goes on a drill. Let's get that in here. You know, I'm famous for drills, right? I'm not going to cut myself with this time. It's not going to go into my fingers. I might just run this thing the wrong way though and speed it up. So what you can do is you can hold this and then this spins, and you got all kinds of uses for this. This can work very, very well. Now, if you don't want to use the drill, what I have done is I've taken this and I've put this into the drill press, and I just set this just gently down to the table so that this is spinning like this. You can see that right here. Okay, so I'm spinning that around, and then you can take something that you have, some scrap wood, and put it up against here like so, and then like this to do both ends. Now, if you don't have one of these and you have a spindle sander that goes up and down, then you can do the same thing and just simply push that in there, out, and then back in there, and make this a nice trough here to hold the neck of your guitar. And then you can either take some cloth and put it inside here and glue it in and cut it off. This is cork. That's available at most of the art supply stores, so that you can pick that up and just put that in there. Now, if you don't have any of that and your marriage is good, you could always use your wife's rolling pin. And don't tell her about that. Put some sandpaper around it once you've got this thing kind of carved out, and then slide it back and forth. Or if you can undo the handles and get it into the drill press and do the same thing with the other end so that it will spin freely, you could push this into the work on the drill press and maybe get this carved. Failing all of that, just order one. They're not that much money, and they are very handy. So this is a very simple jig. It's very useful. I use this for putting on the frets. Now, I have done the frets on the guitar when I put the neck and the body together, and I've got it all bolted up. I have done that. You need to have shot, little BBs underneath in a bag, or a bag of sand or something when you're coming over the top of the guitar, because you don't want to be hammering down on the top of a guitar and crack this, the spruce that's on the top, or cedar, whatever you used for your guitar. So you got to be careful about that. Now, if none of that works, you can simply, the whole idea of this is finding a way to make sure that the part from the 14th fret, here's 14 coming out over the body of the guitar when you're doing these, is well supported, whether that's on your workbench or whatever. I like it supported on here because I can adjust this, tilt it to get the neck up or down, and it rests here. And you've seen that in a couple of videos that I've done, and I'll try to link a video so you can see some of the fretting that I've done. I haven't really focused in on doing a video on fretting the guitar in total, and I should probably do that for you. So I will consider doing that. I'm about to make a neck, so I'll be using this quite a bit. There's another jig that comes along that you'll see. I'll do another video on it shortly, where it holds the neck upside down for shaping the neck and getting it exactly the way you want it, and you'll see that coming up. This is scrap wood from your workshop, and it works. It's just been a delight to use, and it's not a very expensive thing. The only expense you would have on this would be for these this rod and these bolts, and they're not much money. They're available Lowe's, and I hope that helps you with your guitar build, because it's important to have something to hold your guitar while you're working on it, so you have both hands free, so that you don't create an accident with shaking hands or running a drill into your finger or something stupid like that. So let's be safe in the shop. Use this, and by the way, when you bolt this in with this thing isn't going anywhere. It's really secure. By the way, I also put a couple of clamps on this, because I like to do this at the edge of the workbench. Clamp it here, I can clamp it here, and it's not going anywhere, and it's all good to go. And you'll see me use that and I'll have this on the go very, very soon, because I'm at the point where I'm about to build a neck for the guitar that's hanging up behind me. So that's it. Thank you for your question. I hope that answers what you're looking for. And happy building. Get on there and get that thing done. And let me know how you make out with it. So maybe send me a picture and we'll shoot it up onto the channel, because we're all family here. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe pass it on to a friend of yours. And we'll see you next time. That's it. Bye for now.